This is still Sunrise, and we're switching gears now from minimum wage to another matter that's affecting everybody, especially if you're on this side of roads. A month after the federal government commenced the reconstruction of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the construction company has announced through the Federal Road Safety Corps the commencement in the extension of the road construction from the Magboro area to Pond section of the carriageway. What would be the effect on commuters? How would it be? There are those who are concerned that already the diversions are causing too much difficulty in movement. So what's going to happen if they add this other one from the 21st of October? I mean, well, you know, they said this part they're working on will be done by October. Then they move to the other part the next month. I mean, that's what they told us, but we don't know it. So, but to help us understand...
I'm not making any comment.
Okay, you're commenting your reserve. To help us understand what's happening here, we have Clement Oladile, who's the Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Ogun State. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Oladile, so far, the work that's been going on so far, what would you say it's been like in terms of traffic management, reactions from the commuters? How's it been?
Good morning once again, viewers. I think it's been challenging, it's been hectic, and of course it's expected. All over the world where rehabilitation, reconstruction is done, it is not a tea party. There are going to be inconveniences to those that are using the corridor, especially if you have to allow traffic to go the same time as construction is ongoing. You expect that even for those that are managing the traffic, for us, it's also very challenging because we have to come out much earlier. We have to stay also very late in the night, and also to ensure that if there are obstructions, if there are road traffic crashes, we have to clear it and restore traffic. And those are the issues that we have, but in a nutshell, I think there is hope. There is hope that the work is ongoing and that before long it will be completed. And then when the road is completed, then people will smile.
You say before long. How long more do we have to bear this?
No, I think the contractors that were awarded the contract, that's Julius Berger, they've given a completion date of 2022. And we hope that if everything goes as scheduled, then it will be done.
No, actually, I'm referring to this stretch.
No, this stretch, from the Kara Bridge, that's the Ogun River Bridge, to Berger in Lagos, they're supposed to be completed by 15th of December this year, so that it will be ready before we have increased vehicular traffic during the Ember months, yes, for Christmas.
But from what I read out in the introduction, there's going to be another diversion around the Magboro area. Yes. But those other diversions, I mean, those other works that had started earlier are not yet done, especially the Moe side and all of that. There was work going on in that axis as well.
Yes, I think but
you're not adding this other one.
Yes,
not you necessarily, but I mean, they're working with you. So.
Yes, they're working simultaneously on all the sections just to ensure that they meet the deadline for the construction and rehabilitation of the road. If you notice, the 1.3 kilometer stretch of road from Magboro to Punch that are going to start rehabilitation from Monday is going to be till 31st of January 2020. It is expected that by the time you complete that section, most likely all the other sections that we currently have diversions now, they will be completed, and then it will be easier for people that are traveling from Lagos to other parts of the country during Christmas. So that it will be easier for them to travel.
I would like you to break it down for us. So, this additional diversion, can you just paint us the picture properly? Right now, there's a diversion from Berger to Kara on this side. Now, the second phase, which has started, or it's about to start?
On Monday.
Starts on Monday. Now, where does that happen, and what exactly is going to happen?
No, it's actually the same thing. Like I said the last time I came here, this isn't the first time we're used to diversion. This work started maybe about 4 years ago, and if you notice, there was a time that diversion was done between the Shagam interchange up to Mowe. And if you see now, that section is already completed. What is remaining is to put road furnitures and then to do lane markings, and then the road is good to go. And what then the other sections that are working on from Mowe up to Ibafo, work is currently going on it. But the section that they've not really touched is this Magboro to Punch section, because they've also done Long Bridge. So Long Bridge is completed. We don't have issues with it. And then ongoing also is the Bega section to Kara Bridge. So if you complete all these sections, then it will be most likely during Christmas. We don't expect that there will be lots of issues on it. But the issues that we have currently is that we know that that particular area from Mowe, Ibafo, Warewa, Asieshe, up to coming into Lagos. Like I said the other time, we have in Ogun State, we have 37,000 vehicles that ply highways in Ogun State every day. So, and 25,000 of them ply the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road. And 10,000 of those people, there are people that are residing within this Mowe, Ibafo, that are going into Lagos. So you have to accommodate those number of people, and that is where the issues are. And
so what's the plan to accommodate that? Because if the burger diversions causing this kind of build-up, you're now adding the Magboro diversion again to this. So what's the plan to manage the traffic?
Yes, the plan is simple. The plan is just to obey traffic rules and regulations.
So far, have you seen what's the level of compliance to obeying these rules and directions?
For those one we've done so far, the level of compliance is good, but we still have few people that are recalcitrant. But what we keep on doing is not just about following after them. Like, for instance, when they started work on the Kara Bridge to Bega in Lagos, we had this issue where people were taking route paths that they will now go and clog the traffic at the commencement of the diversion at Kara Bridge. But what we did was I worked with the construction company, Julius Berger, to see that we put dividers to stop people. But overnight, they will go there and go and remove it. They even had to dug a trench to make sure that vehicles will not be able to pass. But some other people still went there to fill it up so that they will remove the barriers to still use the place. So those are the areas that are very difficult for us at
Who dug the resident
ordinarily, these are not things that we're supposed to do, because all over the world where they do road diversions, the moment you just give instructions, you give signs, then people are just supposed to comply. Mm-hmm. But here you still have to force people, you have to just beat them into submission, which of course is not something we should do. It's not we're part of the larger society, and then these are things that we should keep on talking to our people. That I know it's not everybody that is doing it, but there are those few people that are doing it are those that are actually causing the problems for us. But so long we have compliance, then the only thing is to increase a little bit of your travel time. We know it's going to inconvenience people, but we just appeal to people, just take it easy, cooperate with us, and before long, the road will be completed. I remember when I was in Abuja, there was a time they were doing the Kubwa, both the Kubwa and the airport road. It was also like this. In fact, we know even some of our staffers then that if they're going, those that are living in Kubwa, when they're traveling, when they're going home after work, some of them will close around 5, going home. They don't even get home until 4 a.m., 3 a.m. the next day. Sometimes they won't even sleep. You just bathe and they start coming back to work. But today now, when you go there, you will not believe that.
But you see, that's something that happened in the past. The question is it so difficult to learn from the past so that we don't repeat the same thing? Yeah. I mean, if that happened in Abuja where people were sleeping on the road 3, 4 a.m., should we have the same thing repeating itself today? I mean,
ordinarily, like I said, the issues is that normally when you want to do that type of road, you're supposed to close it down completely. And then people now use alternate roads. But the alternate roads are not in, as it were, in very good condition.
Okay,
so we have not that.
What's the update from that angle? Have people been using the alternative route?
Yeah, some people are using it, but another thing also is that those alternate routes also are currently under rehabilitation by the federal government. So, but we know that by the time those corridors are completed, then it will, all of us will smile, and then we'll be able to use those roads without any encumbrance.
Now, with this new diversion, you have recommended some alternative routes for people, and you have recommended Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway from and to Abeokuta, connecting from and to Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Shagamu-Ikorodu Road, Ijebu-Ode-Itoikin Road. In what state are these alternative roads that you all are recommending?
No, we didn't say that people should use those alternate routes. When we recommend that you should use the alternative road is that maybe if, for instance, there is a breakdown on the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, like some of the things that really scares us is that if, for instance, there is a petroleum, a tanker that is laden with PMS, it's leaking fuel and it breaks down, you know that it will take a bit of a time before you can remove the obstruction. Mark you, for the moment we have a 10 minutes delay on Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, it takes almost an hour to restore normalcy. And if there is a tanker that is laden with fuel, you have to go there first, assess the situation, invite fire service, they will come, and it's the same road that is also congested that they will use. And when you now take the issue that you have to transload the fuel in that particular one to another empty tanker, the empty tanker might come from Ibadan, might come from Lagos. It will still use the same road that is already congested. So sometimes when people complain that it takes a long time to remove the obstruction, these are part of the issues we have. So it is at that point when we notice such situations that we now recommend for people that have not commenced their journeys that they could use alternative corridors. But otherwise, we still encourage people to use the road as it is.
As it is now. Okay. Okay. So last Saturday was raining, and it was really difficult getting here. Today is difficult also getting here because now the road reduced to 2 lanes because of that, because of the diversion. Reduced to 2 lanes, where you find people making like 4 or 5 lanes behind and then funneling into that 2-lane area. But you still see some of the traffic managers sitting down and talking to themselves, as in not even bothering what's happening there. How does that work? And some of them wear your uniform.
No, if we have such issues, because we go around also to check on them to make sure that they just do their work.
Well, but we passed through there today, and we're telling you what we saw.
No, what I'm saying is that we receive such complaints sometimes. We also have monitors, we go around, and we also get feedbacks from you. And we talk to them just to make sure that they do their work, because that's what they're paid to do.
They're working very hard,
but beyond that,
all day and all.
But beyond that, I think it's not even about posting men there. I think we should have moved beyond that. What is done even all over the world is just to see that we provide signages. The moment they are provided, just obey. In fact, in other climes, the moment there's an obstruction, there's a vehicle breaks down, you see all other vehicles, they avoid that particular vehicle, they isolate it. And the whole essence is for emergency vehicles to have the right of passage.
No, but what do you do when the consequence management system is not really there?
No, but it goes to the attitude of the people. That it is not about maybe even, of course, I'm not going to...
But why do you have laws if the law is not there to help shape the attitude of the people?
But the attitude is the most important.
So what happens now? Alero is going somewhere and someone goes ahead, jumps a red light, blocks her, and one of your colleagues... One of your colleagues comes up to clear the way for the man who jumped the red light instead of arresting the person.
There are 2 issues that could happen. Number one is that there are instances whereby to even effect forcefully the arrest of such a person, it might even stumble. It might lead to other consequences that might even further impair the traffic you are trying to clear. So what you do in such instances is that one of the operators will just take the number plate, take registration of that particular vehicle, and we know how to contact them and then punish them. where every other person is not there to sit.
No, but
Okay.
And ensure
it's a
that traffic will
punishment
stay.
made
No, but
public.
you must let us know.
Because if it's not...
So that it will deter others from doing that tomorrow. This morning, coming, even articulated trucks carrying containers, because I came from Festac this morning, were beating red lights. You know, like it was the normal thing to do. Because nobody gets punished for running a red light.
No, people. When people are punished, you will not know when they're
Let
punished.
us know.
But
We need to know.
that's why most times we give out statistics about the number of people that we apprehend. Maybe sometimes end of the month, end of the quarter, end of the year.
Traffic news, please go there and tell us, maybe on a weekly basis, so that people will be aware that if you do this, you will be punished. So don't do it. But everybody is doing it because they get away with it.
No, see, the people are actually punished, but it also behoves on us. Because at the end of the day, you are the one that is using the road. And you are the one that sometimes, if due to the indiscipline of others, you might suffer. So when you see such things, you report it. Just get the information to us. Where the stage we've reached now in FRSC is that all we need is just to have your number plate. The moment we have it, we can always reach out to you.
So we should report and give you their number plates.
Yes, we'll punish them.
Yeah, they'll tell you they didn't do it.
No, we know how to. This is routine to us. We punish so many people.
Because he said, she said.
But does the FRSC have cameras positioned in different parts of the country?
No, not.
Capture this number?
No, not. That's the next stage. That's the second stage we are going to. But what we have done now is that we build the National Vehicular Architecture Scheme, whereby the moment you have a number plate of a vehicle, you can track the vehicle to the real owner, track him to his house, track him to how to get the person, and then punish him if it is necessary.
For trucks and tankers.
For all of them, the moment you are registered. Those ones that might have issues are those that they are not registered. But if we apprehend you, even with the chassis number, we can still track you down. So what we need is just give us the report. Because even the Constitution allows for citizens' arrest. You can arrest. All you need to do is that when you arrest the person, then you hand it over to the appropriate law enforcement agents, and then they will punish the person.
When you hand over, the law enforcement officer looks the other way.
No. You hand him over. It's not everything. It's not everything you do that you report to the media, but all these informations that are available at the back end, you can see it. You come to our office and we'll provide you the information.
Okay, so finally, before we let you go, just tell us what's going to happen with this new diversion. From Monday, and then added to what's already going on here. What advice do you have for commuters?
The advice is just to be patient. We know, because usually when you have diversion of up to a month, 2 months, 3 months, when you get to the second, third month, people, the fatigue will set in. So we know people will become impatient, people will want to be violent, but we just want to appeal to you. Even for us in FRSC, most times when we see this diversion, it scares us in the sense that when you see the fatalities we've recorded, for every 2 fatalities we've recorded in Ogun State, one of it occurred at a diversion point. So that is why we don't always want this diversion to take place. Because if we have that at the back of our minds, and we are more careful, and we are patient, and we cooperate with traffic officials, then definitely we'll get home. Because what is more important is that for those that have died, even when the road is completed, it's of no use to them. Okay, so you need to be alive to enjoy the road when it's completed.
Remind you, Mary Shodipe says, please remind your guests that outside, in some other climes, a motorable alternative is first created before embarking on the main road repair. It's not same here, taken for granted by some companies who don't dare same in developed countries. A motorable alternative. So while this pressure is going on, there are other motorable alternatives that you say are there. How good are they?
No, I've already mentioned it even at my intro, that usually the standard practice is that before you do such a road of that magnitude, you need to have alternate roads so that you can shut down the road. Because of 2 things, you can speedily complete the road, and also those that are going to work there, the construction workers, they'll be saved. But where you don't have it, the second phase is, or the second option is for you to, while the road is going on, simultaneously you still allow people to use the road. So that is why diversions are created, so that those that are working there, the construction workers, they are safe, and also the traffic officials that are also working alongside with them to ensure safety of others. They too are safe. They are not killed as a result of road traffic crashes.
Mr. Clement Oladele is the Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Ogun State. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you
so
very much.
We'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us.